Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headaches.
Hello guys, this is Jacob Terrero from Yellow Black Sheep here, and I am taking a leap of faith. I would be putting a little bit housekeeping thing, putting a little bit more content out, doing a little more podcast, maybe more infield, more travel video, because after 2 more weeks I'll be full time on the road, not working for a month. My NFT project is not doing well because of the crash, so it kind of postponed indefinitely. I'm looking for the type of business to do, trying to get a better paying job, get a recession. Jobs and cash is probably the best bet right now, and so that's what I've been up to. Just interview, applying for jobs, gaming a little bit here and there, doing some dopamine detox, which is extremely hard because you feel depressed, you feel low, and nothing else interesting turn you on, even game, and you tend to turn to porn, fast food, shit are bad for you, but have some dopamine spike, which is even worse for if you're trying to reset your baseline of dopamine. There's a podcast about dopamine with Dr. Andrew Huberman and Dr. Anna Hendrick that discuss about dopamine and addiction, and I think that might have been related to what happened to Tom as well. I don't know. I don't want to make any speculation, but I already chose what I wanted to believe in. I chose why Tom did what Tom did, because you will never know the true reason. There's nothing else. So just pick the reason that you want to believe in and stick with that. It'd be easier to live with and easier to move on. And that's what I did, and it's been that's how I'm gonna stay with. So, and I'm probably gonna make another podcast talking about dopamine and how it relate to game, how it relate to your life, how it make you depressed, why game make you feel better, why Tom did mention game was some sort of therapy for you, and maybe another topic another day. So today is just the leap of faith that I'm taking, which is the main topic of today. I am taking a leap of faith. I am moving out of my studio that I've been living for 3 years, which is the longest time I've ever lived anywhere. I feel like I get soft and get less adventurous, less adaptive, less adventurous, that spontaneous, that killer instinct that I have to adapt when I used to move around a lot. I got complacence, but I could focus on other things, so I'm not sure. So yeah, I'm moving out. After August 15, I'll be officially homeless. I could get another place, but I didn't want to pay rent while I'm on my vacation or I'm traveling. So I just moved out without getting a new place set up. All my stuff will be moving to a storage unit, and all of the essential stuff will be going to the car. I'm rebuilding my Camry, threw away both the back seat and the passenger seat to make room for 2 cooler. One to keep my supplement and random food, one is just meal prep, so I can save money on the road and have to spend $30-50 a day on food, eating healthy, because with inflation, the salad and chicken breast can cost you like $15 or more. It's crazy. So yeah, I'll be out on the 12th, heading to California, and stop along the way. Maybe Austin, Texas after that. Maybe I'll go straight to New York. Who knows? We'll be applying for jobs on the road. I didn't want to do coaching yet. I don't think I'm good enough to do coaching, even though I could help with beginner a lot better than most of the coach. Especially a lot of boot camp, you see people just beginner come up, they just push them to approach, and that's all I do. And they charge like thousands of dollars, and most of the guy doesn't come back, or they just give up after that, because what if all you know how to do is have somebody push you to approach, and they didn't teach you how to learn by yourself, then how you're gonna continue learning and growing, which is I love Tom method a lot. Yeah, so look at maybe more podcasts. Maybe I'll do some free coaching when I'm on the road. I'll be prioritized for if you are Asian and English is your second language. Then I'll probably prioritize you guys more. Not being racist, because that's where I came from, and I know it's hard to be an international person, especially if you're trying to date white girls. It's like you're learning how to dance, and you're the lead. You have to know what you're doing. Even you can't just roll in. For girls, it's so much easier, even though they don't know how to dance. They just roll in, they follow, and the guy just lead them. But for the guy, you have to know how to lead, which is extremely hard if you don't know the culture, you don't know the language, you don't know the humor, because humor translate. It's not funny when you translate literally between the language. And that's why the South France is so brilliant. So yeah, I might do some free coaching on the road. So I'll update on that. Yep. So hitting the road on the 15th, I'll be go for 1 or 2. Be applying for jobs on the road, interview for job on the road, and of course a lot of day game, maybe even infield. I already got a GoPro to recording more stuff. And back to the topic today, the belief of faith. What are you believing? Do you have a certain belief in something higher? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in what you're doing while you're day gaming? Do you believe that you bring value to the table? And have you ever had things that happened to you and you didn't know what to do? You didn't know how to decide things, and you just let it up to the odds. Like, or if a black car drive by, I will do X, Y, Z. If it's a red car, I will do X, Y, Z. Because you're not strong enough. You didn't have enough belief that the thing you're going to do is right. So you just want something extra to help with your faith and your belief. And it happened to me a couple of times in the past, when I truly, humbly asking for what I wanted, for the decision that I wanted. And one time I didn't follow it, and things turned out really bad. Even though all the signs showed that I should go the other way, but I went the opposite. One time I followed it, and things turned out really well. It could be completely coincidence. I don't know. I have not been so much of a religious or a believer for a while. Especially when I moved to the U.S., because I grew up in Vietnam, a poor country, and people are very religious. But what I didn't like is people kind of claim it to everything to God. Oh, I didn't success my business probably because I have some karma in my past life, blah blah blah. So everything is to religion. Oh, just maybe you will be rich if you meant to be rich. And like, there's so much that you believe that out of your control. So when I moved to the U.S., I subscribe to the capitalism, the consumerism, the lifestyle, the opposite end of religious, where everything is in your control. You're responsible for everything, and if something wrong is your fault, then get your ass up, hustle, hustle, hustle. And there's nothing higher than you, than no God. You just put your ass up and work and make things happen. And I've done that for 7 years, and that's good and bad, pro and cons on both sides. Because people here tend to be more unhappy compared to people in third world, but also third world country, or very religious country. They tend to be, I don't know, emotionally happy, but they financially got affected. So they kind of like, you need to find. I'm trying to find a balance in between for the last few years. You have faith. You need to have faith in yourself, but also believe and have faith. You need to believe in yourself, but also have faith that you are here for a reason. You met that girl for a reason, and you slept with her for a reason, or maybe she broke your heart for a reason to make you stronger. Maybe I don't know, like the thing. One of the first things that I that got me this far with game, that's keep me still alive because I know game. I didn't got on that bus of new student to go on the city tour, and that bus got crashed. So yeah, maybe the God of games saved me, so I can be of service to the world. I always have like heartbreak after sleeping with the girls, and they don't come back, or they don't see me again, or they just wanted one-time thing. I have some attachment issues that I work with my therapist. There's so much happened for the last few years, and I figured that I could have been on that bus. I could have died, but yes, I think 7 people on that bus died, and the rest got really serious injury. Yeah, I could have been on that bus, but I was still here, healthy, which I'm grateful for every day, but here for a reason. And so that's faith. They're two different things, faith and belief. And one of the in the book Hard Time Creates Strong Men did mention that a man who believes in nothing will fall for anything. So you need to believe in something, have faith in something, in yourself, in what. If God would be the easier one, the universe, Buddha, Jesus, Allah, whatever you believe, just have some belief that in the back of your mind, it just make you stronger. Because I mean, like people are so atheist now, but they didn't know that. Everybody know that UK and US is built on Christianity and Catholic, and they have strong belief, and they grow in so strong. But now everybody like, no, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in anything. Even though the people who build the country is religious. And it's funny, like when a president take place, they put their hand on the Bible and swear that they're gonna take care of the country, blah blah blah. But like, if you are atheist and everyone around you atheist, everybody believe in atheist, why are you put your hand on the Bible and do that? Like, that's the tradition. Like then that show you that the country built on Christianity, and most of the country built on Christianity is successful and rich country. And I'm not even Christian. I recommend read the book Hard Time Creates Strong Man. That book wrote in 2018, but it's saying so many things right that happen currently right now. So yeah, also believe in yourself. Like, one of the Todd video did mention that you need to have a list of 10 reasons why a girl should date you. So do you know why a girl should date you? What are you bringing to the table besides your game? You can sleep with her, but then say, okay, I want to be your girlfriend. Tell me, why should I be your girlfriend? Do you know why? What can you bring to the table? Have a list of 10 reasons and read it before you go out or every morning. And the list might change time to time, but that's the foundation of belief in yourself. Also have a list of 10 things that you want from a girl, so you don't just like sleep with everyone, or you have no standard at all. For beginner, yeah, there's a difference between beginner and intermediate. When beginner, just everything is a nail, and you have a hammer, everything is a nail. Just hit the nail, approach everyone, sleep with everyone, try to get good, try to get used to everything. But when you're intermediate, you need to have some standard. You have to know why you're doing what you're doing and what you want. Because everyone game, yeah, but do you know why are you still gaming? What are you trying to get from game? Why are you still doing it? What are you bringing to the world? And why are you hoping to get back or receive from the world? Do you know? And sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. There was a few years ago when I took I still remember until this day that I wanted to stay in the city. I didn't want to go back to like Louisiana with my ex. It's a terrible place. I should have even give up so many things for a girl. And I was on the train. I was asking like, give me a sign. Should I go or should I not, please? And I was in really low places, and then they're like, give me a sign. And when I saw a sign, on the train that going to the airport. I'm like, should I say? Maybe I'll come back one day. And there's a sign on the subway say, hey, someday is today. And I was asking like, maybe I can come back another day. And I saw that sign. So, and I didn't follow. I went to the airport anyway. I left the city, come back to my ex, and things turned out terrible. We broke up. I was in the middle of nowhere, trying to get back, waste so much time, money, and energy. So, yeah, and this is probably the second time or the third time that I asked for a sign before I took the leap of faith. It was I was so afraid of being homeless and just not having any place to go to if something happened. What if my car break down? What if I couldn't live in my car for like a month? What if I couldn't do it? I was terrifying actually. But then I asked for a sign like it's funny when you ask for the answer, or when you pray, when you ask for things that we have so much ego in it, you usually don't see anything. That's what happened to me. But I have no ego. I'm just truly humbly asking, hey, just give me a sign, I'll follow. And so like 4 things happened in a row into my face. So I can, it's a coincidence. The first time happened was I met a girl at a market. We spoke for, 5 minutes, and she had to go. We had a good conversation. But she lived way in Portland. In Portland, and I was like, maybe I'll come see her on the way to California. Maybe not. She lived far away. She might flake, who knows. But then she responds, she's so enthusiastic to make plan, even though it's like a month out. And I'm like, okay, that's the first sign. Interesting. Maybe it's just coincidence. I don't know. And that's like a few weeks ago. I'm still terrified about doing what I'm about to do. And the second thing was I was gonna buy a GoPro so I can make a small video on the road. And the guy I bought a GoPro from, I was like, hey, why you send me a GoPro? Then, I'm moving to South America to do van life. Like, oh, interesting. I thought usually it was people who selling the GoPro, they tend to sell that because they're not traveling anymore. This is the second side. This is about van life, and this is so random. And then one of my friends in California that I wanted to see, he only there for a certain time, and he have to stay until the 16th because of some dental stuff, and I would be there. I'll be heading out on the 12th. So I didn't know I'm going to see him. Make it to see him, and the final sign that make me send the email, notice moving out, notice vacate, that I couldn't send for days because I was so afraid. I was going home, I was driving home, I was near the water, just get my head straight. I still couldn't make up my mind. I was on my car driving home, and for some reason that night the freeway going south is just blocked. Nobody can go south, and everybody have to go north route. And this interesting side of the freeway usually point forward. This particular section, the freeway was slightly curved to the left, so the arrow was slightly curved to the left. But if you follow the arrow, you look to the left, there's a public storage, which is the company I'm going to put my stuff in if I'm gonna go on the road and do a van life. And I was like, wow, the arrow pointing to that storage, that company that I'm about to rent out. Like I was like, that's it. There are like 4 signs in a row, and this is the one. I'm not gonna hesitate anymore. In that moment, at that red light, I pull out the phone, send an email to the landlord, hey, I'm moving out in 20 days to give you notice. And then there was no more fear until now. I don't know how it's going to turn out. It could be terrible when I'm on the road. But I just have no more fear. It's just I just know that I need to do this, and it's the right thing to do, and I'm not afraid anymore. So that could be the universe, could be God. I don't know what you guys call it, but have faith in something. Have faith in yourself first. Like know that you can handle shit if shit happen. You can handle rejection. You will eventually get good enough to bring a girl from the street to your bed. Have faith that what you're doing is right. Everyone can look at you weird, but because you're doing the right thing, it don't matter. And if it's the right thing to do, nobody's gonna judge you. You're the only person that's judging yourself. Also, follow the code. Follow the code. As I always say, follow the code. Leave her better than you found her. Always. Otherwise you won't last in this game. It's brutal. The rejection, heartbreak, blue balls, white knight, so much stuff, and depression, the dark nights of the soul. Yes, it's the high, the low, but as long as the thing that keeps me there, I know I'm doing good to the world. I'm making the world a better place. I'm leaving these women better than I found them, and because of that, when they're in the next relationship, the next person they meet, they also make that person happier, and that person gonna be happy and meet another person. And it's just like the snowball effect, pyramid effect that you make the world a better place because of that. So try to leave them better than you found them. Always follow the code. Have faith in the code. Believe in the code. Yeah, believe in yourself. Believe in what you're doing, and also believe because you're doing the right thing. Some good thing gonna happen to you. Some random day game bathroom pool. Maybe I got it just because I leave those women in the past really well, even though they could have been a terrible person, but I leave them better. And the God of games just gives you randomly, just that karma, and that also make things easier for you when you have a belief in something else. When something bad thing happens, it's like, yeah, I guess bad thing happened now, but if I keep doing the right things, it will pay off later. Or like, oh, maybe this is what the universe wants. Maybe she come back to your place, she's like totally like God, like break your heart or like steal all your money or whatever. So it's hard if you don't have any faith to move on. Like, well, why did God took all my money? Why? Especially a guy going to divorce. Like, why did God take half my money? I couldn't see my kid. Why? Like, but if you have some sort of belief, okay, this happened for a reason. Maybe I did something bad in my past life. That's very common thing in Asia. What maybe I did something bad in my past life, and now it's just paying back. So that's okay. As long as when I pay enough the money that I owe them in the past life, then it's be over. And this is one thing I learned from Buddhism is it's so much helpful. And yeah, you just paying what you owe. So it makes it so easy to accept everything and move on. So you don't holding grudge against people. And because if you're hating someone, you just like try to Marcus Aurelius or Socrates said that you're just trying to bring poison and hoping the other person will die. That's what happens when you're holding grudge and hating on someone. So having faith in something higher can help you move on and also accept bad things that happen to you easier. And bad things going to happen to you. And there's just no way to avoid it because, and also appreciate the bad things. If there's all good, then it doesn't feel like good thing anymore. So because of the low, that's why the high feels so good. So believe in that, believe in yourself, and believe that Tom is looking down on you, and Tom will be proud of what you're doing, of what I am doing. I'm not a content creator. I'm not a podcast. I'm not good at speaking to the phone by myself. I'm getting better. I'm learning to get better. I'm trying to get better. just so I can help more guys, as Tom would have been. And the only reason I was starting all of this, I didn't want the Black Sheep Bandit to die because of Tom or because of family interruption and die like this. I didn't want it to be like this. So I want to continue what Tom created, and I want it to be. If you fortunate enough to learn from Tom or meet Tom in person. I never had a chance. You met Tom in person. You have the opportunity to learn from Tom. Spoke on a coaching call with Tom, or be part of the Black Sheep Bandit. Then you are part of the Black Sheep Bandit. Like start a podcast, start some blog, start some YouTube channel, something. Just use another banner from Black Sheep Bandit. Make your own. I just make my. I want it to be like anonymous. You cannot kill a snake that have no head. So if somebody shut me down, or if I die on the road a few months from now, there's other guy of the Black Sheep Bandit gonna start it again and keep the torch going, keep this bandit going, keep this energy going, and helping more guys around the world. Because this is one of the toughest times, not only financially that's going to happen, but also when everything moving online, everything on Tinder, everything's really, really hard, and everyone more disconnected than ever because of the social media, internet, Tinder, and porn, video games. People really disconnected. So this help guys, help girls, help women, help men around the world to unplug from the matrix. I'm about to unplug in 2 weeks. That's another way to see it. Unplugging from the matrix. I don't know what's going to happen. I have nothing. I don't have a lot of money. I don't have any thing lined up ahead and no plan. I just taking a leap of faith. But I just feel like this is the right thing to do, and I have no more fear, and this is the right thing to do. And the Black Sheep Bandit will be here. Will never die. I will continue doing that. More podcasts, more video, more content, maybe some free coaching. Still writing my books. Yeah, I'm doing what Tom did, and because I love it, because I love having other guys, also because I know Tom looking down on me, he will be proud, and he will be proud of you guys too. So just keep grabbing life by the horn, and for Tom, for the sake of a better world, for yourself, yeah, for whatever you believe in. But it will be okay. Everything will be alright. Take the leap of faith. If you want to do something really bad that you wasn't sure if it's the right thing to do or not, ask for a sign. And if you see the sign, just follow it. Go. It's like what's the Russian Durosky, like go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start it. So believe, have faith, and grab life by the horns. I will speak to you guys soon when I'm on the road. Ta-da.